Hey guys, welcome to Cat Jam in the Car. Today we have a guest, Ricky. Ricky, welcome to my podcast studio here.
Thank you so much for having me. Anything to get me out of work.
It's like improv. I literally I didn't even schedule with Ricky. I was like, hey Ricky, do you want to come to the podcast?
Nothing better to do.
I like how you're real with punches. I love that. Why not, right? It's like raining outside. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's quite the atmosphere to shoot a podcast in a car.
Yeah, the mood is raining outside and it's kind of romantic, right? We don't have rain like this in LA.
Setting the tone.
Yes, set the tone, yes. So Ricky, gosh, please introduce yourself.
Well, my name's Ricky. I've been working over at the Laugh Factory for about a year now. I run our social media, I run our open mic, I do a little bit of scouting, and I'm a comedy writer myself, so I'm quite in the game.
That's awesome. So, Ricky, I didn't know you write comedy. What kind of style comedy you write?
I like to do mostly like the 30-minute sitcom. I like to write screenplays, that sort of thing, but kind of trying to branch out in different styles. You know, maybe do a little bit of drama here and there.
Right.
You know, something a little more exciting than just telling jokes all the time.
Like a dramedy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. I also like writing comedy as well. I started like improv school Nerdist, the one on Sunset years ago. And then I feel like, the comedy writer nowadays all start doing stand-up. Do you see yourself doing stand-up as well?
I actually prefer to sit, but...
Sit on comedy.
No, well, you're right. That definitely is the transition where, people... They realize they have a talent for being funny.
Right.
But I do think there's a distinction between being able to be funny on stage and being funny in other areas. Being able to talk and be funny, being able to write funny things. It's almost like it's its own skill set with each, medium of comedy, so to speak. So maybe no stand-up for me.
You never know, right?
Yeah, gave it a couple tries. You know, I wasn't good at it immediately when I first started, and that was enough for me.
So how long have you been writing comedy, Ricky?
I've been writing comedy since I was a sophomore in high school.
Whoa.
So I've been doing it quite some time now.
Wow. That's awesome. I wanted to see some stuff you write one day.
Yeah, I'll definitely share some stuff. I'll trade you.
Yeah, totally. So what's your favorite, like you talk about, this kind of like a sitcom. What is your favorite sitcom? Inspire you?
I would have to go with Arrested Development. I think that show, it's a classic. Super sharp, super funny, really dry. It's very quick. You got to really be smart to keep up with every single one of the jokes. I think it's a masterpiece.
Oh my gosh, I feel like we can click. I was just about to say my favorite is always Arrested Development. Also, I feel like I understand the comedy very well because story is based on Orange County, right?
Right, it's around here.
Yeah, it's like it's so Orange County in some way, and then like the character, it's just so good.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's as good as it gets. The cast is good, the writing is good. It's got a fun little location being out here in LA, OC.
Yeah, it's a little bit out. People didn't know, like, oh my gosh, there is OC. OC is so different from LA, even just like 45 minutes away. Like, I did a show in OC like 2 months ago. It's very Republican place.
Ugh.
And they definitely have to tailor your joke when you go to I didn't know. I was like, oh, when I get there, I was like, oh no, some jokes you do in Hollywood definitely cut it over there.
Yeah, you got to really read the crowd with those.
Yeah, it's so different. But I'm so glad you said Arrested Development. Sorry, I cannot talk right now. I just lost my front tooth. Actually.
Oh my goodness, what the hell happened?
Yeah, that's why I'm talking. I sound like I have a lisp right now because I was doing Invisalign, and then the dentist asked me to pull out the front tooth so they can kind of straighten the tooth.
Ooh.
Right now, if I'm talking, I don't even understand what I'm saying. Like now I don't wear my Invisalign.
It's not that bad. You're doing all right.
Yeah, it's like it talks weird right now. Okay, so back to Arrested Development. So a couple years ago, a couple writers in our improv school, we wrote us kind of also like a mini series. It's kind of like we try to pitch to like a streaming service. It's like a Silicon Valley meets Arrested Development.
Oh.
Yeah, like a mockumentary style.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that's why I watched that show over and over, trying to understand the flow of the comedy in that one. Yeah. So Ricky, what is your inspiration? So do you have any comedy writer you look up to, inspire you?
I got a few people that inspire me. I think number one is definitely Mark Maron. I think he's, in terms of being like the whole like dry, grumpy, pessimistic like character that probably isn't too much of a character in his case.
Yeah.
I think he's the best. I like a lot of the classics. I think Norm Macdonald is just the way he, he sets up the misdirection and the jokes are always so like stupidly simple, but you're just always laughing at them. Like, I pull a lot of inspiration. Larry David, not so much of a writer these days necessarily to kind of do their improv thing with Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I think Larry David's one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, it's like kind of very dry, right?
Yeah,
like,
I do like that. Dry and quick. That's my style.
Dry and a little bit grumpy.
Dry, grumpy, and quick. What a fun lay.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Mark Murray. I saw him at a comedy store last week as well. Yeah,
fortunately he's got a little bit of beef with us over at the Laugh Factory. Mark, if you're watching this, please come in.
What happened? God, tell us.
Honestly, I don't know the story. I just know he's not a super big fan of our owner over there, Jamie Masada, who, by the way, is a great man. Jamie, if you're watching this, I still love you. This is Mark's opinion, not mine, but he's got a little bit of beef with the higher-ups over here, so he's sworn off ever performing at our club.
Yeah, that's kind of like in comedy world. It's always lots of drama. I heard lots of comedians that have like drama, like they were talking about. Actually, I was listening to Waiting Comedy's podcast. We're talking about Mark Maron, some other comedian who had a beef, like had a fight or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of pettiness, a lot of gossip, a lot of drama. There's always some kind of shit going on.
Yeah, I'm just started adapting this new comedy world. It's like sometimes you don't want to start drama. People want to start drama with you, right? It's like a comedy world is like that.
They can't help themselves. They're gossipy people.
Yeah, that's kind of comedy. Sometimes I think part of being a comedian, a lot of them very sensitive in some way, like, you have big ego, right?
Oh yeah, the ego is the number one thing. I mean, that's all what it ties back to. They want to be treated like a star even when they're not a star, and you just got to kind of go along with it. You want to try to ruffle as few feathers as you can.
Yeah, totally. Speaking of Mark Maron, I do think you have the similar hairstyle. Like Mark Maron's hairstyle right now. Do you guys go to the same hairdresser?
If he
like
goes,
this party,
if he goes to my guy over in Westchester, New York, maybe. But I think I gotta get his guy out here. I'm due for one soon.
Yeah, I just noticed. I was like, oh, well, your hairstyle looks like his hairstyle right now.
Yeah, I'm told I have a very 80s, 70s kind of hairstyle, which I'm gonna take it as a compliment.
Yeah, right. You were like, next time you saw him, I was like, hey, do we go to the
Love
same
the hair.
hairdresser? That's so funny. Hey, Ricky, what is this tattoos about?
This tattoo. So it's one of my 3 tattoos. It's a street sign that says good choice and bad choice. It's a little callback to Better Call Saul, if anybody's a fan of that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the good choice road or the bad choice road. And it's pretty much just once you step foot onto the bad choice road, it's a slippery slope. So keep it right here so I don't make as many bad decisions, but just enough to keep things fun and interesting, Yeah,
the tattoo artist did a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, he's my guy. He's over in Studio City.
Yeah, because I can see like the way he did it is so good. I got my first tattoo as well 2 years ago.
Oh, where'd you get it?
At this place in San Gabriel Valley.
Nice.
Have you ever been to San Gabriel Valley?
I don't think I have.
It's like a Sherman Oaks, that's like people know that's a valley, right? There's another valley, like kind of east of Pasadena. That's where I grew up, like huge Asian community, like Pasadena, Alhambra, like in Montreal Park, you heard about the Montreal Park shooting, the thing going on, it's very sad.
Yeah.
So that's where like we call another valley. Yes, I went to that tattoo artist, they did it. And then, yeah, it's like right here, under there. So
I'll take a look later.
Yeah, people say like once you start getting the first one, it's kind of like addictive. Some people told me like,
you get what is it, ink fever, ink addiction, something like that.
Yeah,
that's definitely true. I got this one, I think maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and I'm already trying to get another one.
Oh, it's a new one?
Yeah, this one's pretty new. This one,
you have
little
another
Blink
one?
182. I got this one when I was living in the Bronx for a couple years.
Right.
And I got one up here that's a rose. That's kind of a bigger one that's like most of my shoulder. This one I got about, let's call it like 5 years ago. This one I got about a year and a half ago, and this one I got a few months ago.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's like you're getting on all this side, right?
Yeah, trying to, see if I can fill up the arm, see what other stupid
I'm
ideas
sure
I
you
can
will.
think of.
Like, start to get one more around here. Yeah.
It's a look.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ricky, if you want a massage, you can get a massage in this car.
I can get a massage?
Yes, you can press this button there, and they're gonna give you different massage. You know, there's
There's
a
a,
button right by the seats.
oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah. So I have to. Oh, I think because I
Oh,
turned off the car, I have to turn down the car, and then
oh my
basically
goodness.
we're starting to massage you. Yeah. So
Wait, is this? I feel like I'm grabbing like 3 different buttons here.
yeah, I will show you afterwards.
Oh.
I know it's like
Okay, I'll
it's
take
hard
a
to
look
find
at
it sometimes. Like the first time I was like, where is the button? Okay,
Car
so
with massage in it.
yeah, this is like
That's crazy.
I know. That's one thing I like
You got
about
2
this.
computer screens. I just noticed that.
Yeah, it's like a spaceship, like you
That's
know.
awesome.
Yeah, so this car is it's pretty rad car,
I'm gonna
and
start calling you for rides.
yeah, totally. I don't mind to give you rides if you trust me driving.
Yeah, sure.
I should like drive around, honestly. Like, you know, people is like, oh yeah, well, like, you know, people say Asian driver are not good drivers, but you know, that's just stereotype. You know, honestly, like, you know, look at the Fast and Furious. Asian driver are the best at drifting as well.
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, exactly. We just don't know how to park the car.
Honestly, I don't think that's an issue unique to Asian people. Living in cities and you see how people parallel park, people of all walks of life suck at driving and parking.
Oh gosh, I can never do like a parallel parking. That's one thing. Oh my god, scary. I don't know what happened. Something happened. Yeah, parallel
right.
parking is crazy. I remember the first year when I just moved to the city, like I live in West Hollywood, right? I got like over 10 parking ticket.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's another thing about here in LA. I think, you know, they just want to give you parking ticket.
Yeah, they definitely do be trying to get you, especially over here in like the Hollywood, West Hollywood. Like you go down Sunset towards the east a little bit. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not very forgiving when it comes to the parking tickets, I've heard.
I know. I heard that they have quota. They sort of have to give out
Yeah.
that many tickets a month.
Just another flaw in our police system.
Yeah, one time, like I think I forgot to turn the wheels like kind of just inward. They give you a ticket for that. I'm like,
That's a ticket.
yeah, it's not
What?
even. Yeah, it's not even San Francisco. I'm like, oh, what the hell?
How is that disruptive?
I know. Like, another time, my friend came over to my place, like in West Hollywood. I live on the second floor, and my friend parked the car there. And then the parking attendant started giving her tickets, and they were like on our back list. Said, "Hey, we come to move the car right now." But he's like, "I already wrote your ticket. You
Oh
still have
my
to pay."
God.
Yeah, that's like LA.
Yeah, they're like that in New York City too. If
Really?
you're like this, yeah, say it's like you got to move your car to the other side of the street by like 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
7:01, you got a ticket. They're just sitting out there waiting like fucking vultures, man.
That is worse. But I heard lots of people don't drive in New York City, right? Because it takes.
No, they honestly, too many people still drive, but the mass transit out there compared to LA, no offense, LA, night and day. The mass transit in New York City is just, it's so convenient, even when it's like not functioning, and you could just use it to get anywhere that it's like, why have a car if you're just going to be stuck in traffic all the time anyway?
Yeah, I think one thing about LA is I mean, we have metro, but it's not so developed. Like you take a metro, it's not like take you there. You still have to take a bus. You have to like.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
lacking a little bit.
Yeah, and also like I feel another reason maybe because LA we're so spread out. Like in New York
Yeah,
City.
that New York is very compact, you know. They have like their different like subway lines that like go to each area. They got like the metro, like above ground transit. They have a lot of different things that are, you know, pertaining to the specific areas, or they just have the one lines that go through like all the boroughs. So it's like because of how compact it is, it makes it way easier to get around. But, you know, not all cities are as in a weird way, New York City's small, but it's like not as small, you know?
Yeah, it's more compact. LA is just too spread out. Like we have Valley, West Side.
Yeah.
You know,
LA is
downtown
like
LA.
4 different cities. It's
Yeah,
crazy out here.
Exactly. Do you like LA so far?
I'm a bit mixed on it. I gotta be honest. I like the weather. I like, you know, the way like buildings and like just like the green here.
Right.
It's really nice. It's a beautiful city. I like the food. You know, I'm a big
Oh,
fan of Asian and Mexican food, and they got some of the best in the world out here.
Oh yes.
The people, I'm a bit hit or miss. You know, not really a huge fan of the slow drivers.
Yeah.
You know, my daily, you know, road rage being a New Yorker, New Jerseyan myself.
Oh my
It's a bit
gosh.
of an adjustment, but I like it. It's growing on me, slowly but surely.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of food, I do agree with you. We have the best, like any kind of food here in LA you can find, right? Like we have Koreatown. You know Koreatown, like they have like
Yeah.
a 24
I
hour.
haven't been, but I hear it's one of the best places in the country for food.
Oh my gosh, yes. You can go there anytime. Like some restaurants like 24 hours. Yeah.
That's what we need more of. I feel like there's
Yeah.
not enough restaurants that are. Oops, sorry.
Taking
I'm fine.
yeah, so like they have lots of 24-hour restaurant like I mean not just Korean but you can find any other food there as well. You should check it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a trip down there at some
Yeah.
point if I can.
I can also show you like if you want real authentic Chinese food. Like I'm not talking about American Chinese, like a real Chinese food.
The
That's
real
where like
shit.
yeah, real like Chinese food go to San Gabriel Valley. Like that's where like real Chinese food. You go there, like downtown LA is not a real Chinatown. Like the real Chinatown is in SGV. We call SGV, right? Like there are
Right.
like hundreds of Chinese restaurants there. It's crazy. You have to go there next time. I mean, like that's like authentic, not like some orange chicken, those kind of stuff.
And that stuff is good, but yeah, the authentic stuff, I'm sure it's just a whole nother level. I would definitely be
Yeah.
love to try it.
But I mean, I have to say, even as Chinese, I still think Panda Express is really good. I do
Yeah,
like Panda Express.
honestly, it gets a lot of crap for not being authentic. It's good. It tastes good.
Yeah, it's fresh, right?
Yeah.
And I really like their Kung Pao chicken there. It's really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what secret sauce they have. And I do think, I mean, people will say, oh, it's not authentic. It's pretty good.
Yeah, who cares if it's authentic? It's food. If it tastes good, it's good.
Okay, so Ricky, speaking of food, I do want to ask you a question.
Okay.
So, if you can only choose one type of food to eat for the rest of your lifetime, what would it be?
That actually is tough because I'm Italian and I come from an Italian food family, restaurant business, dealing with like all the, like pizza dough, pizza flour, that kind of stuff. So it's in my blood. But honestly, I'd probably have to go with Mexican.
Like tacos?
Yeah, tacos are good. I love, like nice meats with like a good kick to it. Big rice guy, burritos. That's like one of my all-time favorite foods. It's just, and especially out here, the authentic Mexican food where it's not like, like some other place where it's like they try to play it off as authentic, but it's not quite at that level. It's just different out here. They got some good
LA.
places out here.
Yeah, do you go to those taco trucks here?
I haven't seen too many like food trucks around here lately.
Oh.
I feel like I used to see them all the time. I haven't seen one in like 3 months.
Yeah,
Were they on
because
vacation?
The weather. There are a lot because I live in Hollywood, right? There are lots of like this taco truck right outside of my building because my building is where like the Trader Joe's is. Like they have like a taco truck there every night. I don't think they're gonna do. Maybe sometimes even it's raining there as well. Like people always waiting there, like just like real like a Mexican, like those like I don't know. For me, honestly, don't laugh at me. Actually, my favorite like Mexican food is Chipotle. My friend got so mad.
Chipotle's good. Chipotle gets way too much crap just because they're fast food. Chipotle is awesome.
It's way better than Taco Bell, right?
Oh yeah, Taco
Yeah.
Bell. I don't really mess with it too much. Chipotle though, it's real ingredients. Sure, it's not made authentic. It's not in authentic style, but at least it's real food that you're seeing be made like right there.
Yeah, and it's fresh.
Yeah.
I could eat Chipotle every day,
Oh
honestly.
yeah. If I had the budget for it, I'd be getting that at least once a day. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's good because like sometimes you get a big burrito, you can eat it as like sort of like 2 meals, right? It's
Yeah,
huge.
it's portions. It's good
Yeah, it's
portions.
like, oh my-
a little expensive, but it's good portions.
Yeah, you can like basically divide it at 2 meals. If I go to Chipotle, it's like, oh, that's lunch and dinner. It's worth it. Yeah. How about a sushi? Do you like sushi?
I've actually just started getting into sushi. I'm still a little bit you gotta work me into like the raw fish kind of stuff, but any kind of shellfish, like crab, lobster, I'm trying to think like mussels. I don't know if that's like super sushi, but I'm a big shellfish guy. Honestly, you could convince me to do some of the raw fish stuff.
Yeah, sushi is like a sort of very LA. People always say, "Oh, LA
Yeah.
people, we love sushi."
A lot of sushi
Lots
places
of
out
sushi
here.
places. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of like those shellfish, like the Cajun style food are pretty big here as well. There is
Cajun
one.
is good.
You do like Cajun?
I do like Cajun. Nice kick.
Like the shellfish one, right?
Yeah.
You need to try boiling crab.
Boiling crab.
Yeah, it's like it's a chain. They have one in there's one on Sunset Santa Monica.
Is that door just opening itself? Is that
I
what's
don't
going on?
understand what is going on. Believe me, there's no
Like four
there's
seconds.
no one trapped in the trunk.
Are
Okay.
you sure? Jeannie, is that you?
Yeah.
Miss Bus?
I know they're not. No, but I swear, no one is trapped there at all. Yeah, so like boiling crab is like a really kind of popular restaurants here, and there is one in Koreatown. There's one, I think it's on Santa Monica Boulevard. It's you have to go get it. It's like a super popular
Yeah,
here.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, it's called a boiling crab. Like, yeah, once you had that, you're gonna get addicted to that. The sauce
That
is
might
so
be a
good.
problem though.
Yeah, and the open late. Like
Oh,
even like
now we're
the
talking.
midnight, you can go to Koreatown. It's always you can go take out and stuff. Oh, it's good. Yeah, I didn't know you're a foodie. So yeah, Italian.
I am Italian.
That's why you're a foodie.
Yeah, I'm starting to become more of a foodie as I get older. I used to be honestly a bit of a picky eater when I was a kid, but you know, ever since I hit like, you know, my teenage years, like I went off to college and I started like, you know, living in other places, experiencing like different types of lifestyles and just like, you know, just being forced to try different kind of options kind of like opened me up where I was like, damn, I kind of like food. So,
Yeah, I feel like as a kid, like we are so picky. Like I would never, you know, expect I would love sushi when I was a kid. You would not even tell me to eat a raw fish when I was a kid. I was like, what, raw fish? And then, like now, I think people would say that your food palate change every 7 years. That's what I was reading this book. But
I guess that
it's
kind
like,
of checks out.
yeah, there's like the some food you don't like as a kid, and then when you grow up, you're like, oh wow, I actually like that. I was like, oh yeah, I would never think I would like sushi.
Trying to think if I was like that with any food. I guess it was kind of just like all sorts of like spicy food. Like I wasn't really into like, you know, buffalo wings. I wasn't really into like you know, like spicy chicken, like, you know, spicy pork, any kind of stuff like that. But then like kind of as I got older, I just like, you know, got over it pretty much, and I was like, there's a lot of good food that you just got to get past that initial like,
Yeah,
you know, like weirdness about it, whether you don't like how it looks or smells or whatever. But you know, if everyone's saying something's good, it's probably pretty good.
yeah. I think like when you were a kid, like I feel like I have very cheap palate. I like those kind of cheap food. Like I would never think I would like a sushi or tacos. When you like adult, or like, oh my god, I like those. Right? You never know.
Right.
Yeah. So how is the food culture in New York City? I heard they also have lots of good restaurants there.
New York City is the food capital of the world. It's
Better
where-
than LA?
Oh yeah. No offense to LA. LA definitely does a few things really well. Like I said, they do the Asian, the Mexican, like, you know, those kind of like Hispanic style foods really well. But they can't do Italian out here. And the problem with doing the Italian is it's what everybody says. It's in the air and it's in the water. Something about the air and the water. It doesn't like the dough doesn't quite rise. You know, the pasta's not too affected by it because, you know, it's not really getting like cooked in the same way that like, you know, like a pizza or a bread would. So it is a little bit different. But out in New York where they got, you know, that water and air out there, it's the best food you ever had in your life. I mean, no offense to LA, but some random pizza place on the corner in the Bronx has better pizza than all of this whole city put together.
Really?
It's just, it is a different level out
Oh,
there.
it is water, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
That's why I have friends from New York. They say that even bagel tastes
The
better.
bagels too. The bagels and pizza are the things I miss most about being back home. New York, New Jersey, best pizza and bagels in the world.
Oh,
It
because the
is.
water. It is
Yeah.
different, huh?
It is so good.
I have, you know, there is one good pizza restaurant. It's right on Fairfax called Joe's Pizza. They said it's pretty good. Have you heard about that
Joe's
one?
Pizza. I don't think I have.
Yeah, there is another a pizza restaurant, very interesting. It's on Mare Road. It's called the Forever Pie. It's like a vegan. My friend is vegan, right? Last time I accidentally just went there. I was like, they
Didn't even know.
I didn't even know it's vegan. I was like, wow. There's one type of pizza I've never seen in my life. They put a Southern Island dressing on the pizza.
On pizza.
Yeah. It's like you know like animal fries, right? Like in and out.
Yeah.
They put like a Southern Island dressing there. Like in that pizza, they have like Southern Island dressing with like a salad. It's so LA. LA people will like.
Yeah, that is very LA. No offense, that is very LA.
It's like people like, what the hell, right? You have salad and Southern Island dressing on the pizza. Even for me, I think I'm very LA. I was like, whoa, this is new.
Yeah. Not you. You won't be seeing that kind of stuff in New York. I can promise you.
Yeah, New York people are like, they don't invent stuff like this, right?
No, they're very traditional. If you go to like a real Italian place, and, you know, kind of place that's been in the family for a long time, they'll get mad at you for. They don't even like buffalo chicken pizza. I feel like that's like kind of basic in terms of like, you know, like weird pizzas, quote unquote. They don't want any of it.
Yeah, it's a very kind of stuff, very New York style, right? By the way, speaking of that, do you think New York and LA people are different?
Oh yeah, New York people are very. They may not be polite. They're not very nice. But if you need help out here, they will probably help you out. You know, if you need directions, you get lost on the subway, they may give you a little bit of attitude. They'll help you out. You know, if you're driving, they'll be up your ass. You know, like honking the horn, really trying to rush you. Which is, you know, it has its ups and downs. Out here, it is much more mellow. People take their time. You know, they're a little bit in their own world. You know, they're kind of, you know, they're nicer on the outside. But honestly, if I was lost and I needed directions, I think I'd have better luck with a New Yorker than an LA person. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I think because like a lot of times people do say like that. They say, oh, LA people are kind of like superficial. They're nice like outside.
Yeah.
Or something.
That's definitely accurate.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, like I feel like the people who are actually from LA, because lots of my friends are like born and raised here, they are more down to earth. Like the one who actually,
there's
like
it's more so the Hollywood reputation that kind of gets attached to all
flaky,
of LA.
Right?
That's the one joke that Ruben Paul has, where he, you know, his friends that aren't from around here, they say LA people are so fake. LA people, you know, like they're all pretentious and stuff, and he says that's just Hollywood white people. And honestly, he's kind of right. If you go to other parts of LA, not just this West Hollywood area, you'll probably feel like, you know, be finding people that are a lot more like down to earth, a lot more, you know, less all about themselves. It's all about like where you're at.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's like sort of you also have to weed out lots of like fake people as well.
Yeah.
Like even like my friend said as well, like, you know, lots of my friends who are actually from LA, we even feel like some people gave LA bad reputation. People think, oh, LA, oh, people are so flaky, so they're so fake and that. I mean, yeah, because it's Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Like there are lots of people here as well. Oh my gosh, it's getting so dark right now. It's like, I thought they have daytime change, but
the daylight savings. We actually may need to end this a little soon though.
We're gonna end it in 3 minutes because we're gonna make it at 30 minutes. Yeah.
Sounds
and
good.
also very soon we cannot even see ourselves anymore. It's gonna be dark.
Yeah, half of my face is dark.
It's like a horror film.
I look like a vampire right now with these dark circles around my eyes.
We're like doing the podcast in the dark. That's gonna be funny. Podcast in the dark. It's like just talking, right? It's like
we'll fix it in post.
Yeah,
as they
laugh
say in
after
the
dark.
business.
Yeah, so we have like some people passing by the lights will be like, you know, kind of sort of like a spotlight on us. It's so weird right now. Like we're in the dark.
I look just honestly terrifying. I was looking pretty good when this started. This lighting is not doing me any favors right now.
It's like we're doing this podcast from day to night. People see are like, oh, now we can't even see our face anymore.
You're gonna think we were doing this for like 4 hours.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna end this podcast in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna ask some funny questions as well. So Ricky, what is a deal breaker for your relationship?
Deal breaker is if you make fun of New Jersey. Honestly, I'm a big, you know, I know New Jersey has a bad rep. Some of it's well earned, but if you're someone who's just constantly making New Jersey jokes, New Jersey sucks. New Jersey is the armpit of America. It really gets to my soul. That's the one thing. I can deal with cheating. I can deal with...
You can deal with cheating?
I can deal with abusing me physically, emotionally, any other way. I can deal with you being in a crazy satanic cult, but do not make fun of New Jersey.
Oh my God. Wow, that's in the core. You can deal with a woman physically abusing you. Maybe you enjoyed that.
Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but...
Yeah, some people like that.
50 Shades, they got a sequel.
Yeah,
and obviously people like it.
Yes. So I think I already asked you a question about the food as well. So also Ricky, how do you see yourself in like 5 years? You want to be a comedy writer? You want to like, you know?
Honestly, I used to want to be a comedy writer, but after kind of just realizing how, you know, tough the business is, it's hard to break in. It's hard to get to a point where you're doing stuff that you like, that you create. I'm thinking I might end up doing some kind of, you know, like booking, talent management, things like that. I feel like that's definitely a little more my personality, you know?
Yeah, like basing it more like a